then to become your best self, you would need to surrender your ego, surrender your control over when things happen, and just kind of trust that this is happening for a reason and there are blessings in this setback, as well as lessons to be learned, and this is divine protection. Okay, so like if you're not getting what it is that you want, it's because there either something is manifesting still behind the scenes, or it's you're being protected for something that's not meant for you right now. Okay, so you can't rush to where you want to be, because this is happening on your soul's timing, not on your ego's timing. Self-care is also very important with balance. Taking time to replenish your mind, body, and soul is a must. Enjoy this time to reconnect and make yourself a priority. Ask yourself, what is serving me and what is taking from me? Much can be revealed when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. So I think the first step that you can do in becoming your best self is, first of all, prioritizing your own needs. Okay. It's checking in with yourself and seeing, how am I out of balance? How have I been neglecting myself? What am I needing right now? Like, is it just relaxation? Just not doing anything. Maybe I've been go, go, go and busy and I haven't had time to even breathe and I've been really stressed. So what do I need right now? Well, I think I just need a day off. I think I just need a day to myself to do nothing, to be lazy, to just watch TV all day or lay on the couch or read a book or whatever. If you have been indoors too long and just going from one place to another and you haven't had any outdoor time, maybe what your needs are is that you need to go out into nature, into sunshine, and just kind of connect back and ground yourself. If you haven't taken care of your body and you've been neglecting it, maybe you just you know cut out some toxic foods, or I guess unhealthy foods for a little while, just to reset your body and feel better about yourself. Or maybe go for a jog, or take a nice bath, or paint your nails, do your hair, pluck your eyebrows, whatever. Like self-care, physical self-care, whatever it is that you feel you have been neglecting about yourself, you need to really focus on that. I think that would be like the first most obvious thing in order to become your best self, is to start with yourself and making sure that your needs are being met. And whatever needs that you can't meet yourself, and these could be like social needs, needs that you have with connections, like connecting with other people and having a community and support. Obviously those are things that you can't meet yourself. Obviously we could like support ourselves and meet our own needs as far as like loving ourselves and having that positive relationship, et cetera, et cetera. But you can't, I mean, socializing, how do you do that by yourself? I mean, you can talk to yourself, but it's just different when you have other people around, obviously. So this is just saying that you can expand your horizons and not just keep to yourself and just you try to meet your own needs, but also ask others, to come over, host, like it says, host a movie night or have a slumber party, surround yourself with loving energy, connect with others in some way. This could be people from work. So you need to maybe, in order to become your best self, is to make maybe better connections at work and be more of a team player, collaborate more, help your coworkers, to create a better work environment so that like you look forward to going to work as well. And so it's not as stressful or toxic or whatever the case may be. So maybe just being more of a team player, not so like independent and like just looking out for yourself, if that applies, obviously. Or this is even just making more friends at work, or at school, or whatever physical community that you visit or frequent, making friends there and talking to people and trying to get to know them. With the Ace of Swords here, you have the Lovers, the Empress. So there's something that it's like, I think in order to be your best self, you need to also be authentic, like be more you, be more honest with who you are and express that authentic person to other people. I think you have maybe some like new insights that you want to share, or new ideas, or knowledge or wisdom, or something that is very exciting for you. It's kind of like groundbreaking news that you have, or something like that. Or maybe you just have a lot of wisdom, and this is just something that you have to share with other people around you. I think sharing this with your community and also just communicating more directly and clearly and effectively, speaking your needs and letting people know what it is that you exactly want and need and how you feel and what your thoughts are on certain things. So just kind of not holding back or beating around the bush or people pleasing or just trying to play nice. It's how to be your best self is to practice communicating freely and authentically and from your heart and soul and whatever it is that's on your mind. Obviously, like, don't be impulsive. Think through things, but have it come from a place of love. But also don't hold back just because you're afraid that people aren't going to be able to handle it or going to make them uncomfortable. Just don't play small. Stop playing small. Um, with the Lovers here and the Empress, these are like the main energies here in the reading. So this is important in how to become your best self. With the Lovers coming out, I feel like you need to either embrace a romantic connection that you have and just like if you are connected to someone, on a romantic level, you need to embrace it more and be in that vibration of love and like show your love to this person, communicate your love to this person, work well, like work together with this person, grow together, try to expand, work through things, coming from like a loving place, seeing this person's perspective. So we have this distorted view. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. So you might have a relationship with someone, it could be a sibling as well with this Gemini energy. It could be a friend. I mean, there's a lot of like friend energy, however that resonates, but this could be just an important person in your life. It could be a soulmate on whatever level, platonic or romantic, that maybe you guys aren't seeing eye to eye. And that's because you're not communicating your needs directly to this person. And maybe like you're scared, right? Because you have fear at the bottom. So maybe you're scared of communicating what you truly want or feel, or you're scared to ask for help from this person or to tell them like how it is or whatever. And this maybe is causing like some sort of a fight between you guys, or you guys aren't seeing eye to eye and you're being asked to not see the situation from your own wounds and from your own trauma and pain, but to see the situation in this person from the truth, right? Honestly, like to see them for who they actually are. But it seems to be that who they actually are is somebody who truly does love you and care for you, and if this is a soulmate of yours. And so there's no need to be in fear or negative or have a distorted view on this person or situation. And so I guess like a way to become your best self is to check in with yourself and see where you are projecting onto this person, where it's coming from a wounded place, whatever, like you have a wound around getting rejected or abandonment, loneliness, a fear of being heartbroken or being lied to or cheated on or betrayed or whatever that is, for you. I feel like you are maybe projecting this onto this person and assuming that this person is going to do that to you. And so it's kind of maybe causing some sort of conflict, but this is saying to get a higher perspective of this and see that it is coming from a wounded place, address those wounds within yourself, obviously try to heal those wounds, right? And see this person for who they actually are. And we also have the Empress here. So I'm seeing that, for how to become your best self is being the Empress. And this is feminine energy. You don't have to be a woman for this to resonate. This is feminine energy. This is everything. This is creation. I mean, this is abundance. This is manifestation. This is having everything. This is basically everything. Okay. So it's being in that energy of being in that high vibration where you're able to manifest whatever it is that you want. This is literally to me, the highest vibrational energy as far as like people are concerned in the deck. The Empress is like the highest vibration that you can be. So it's to know that you are worthy of love, to know that you are worthy of your needs being met and that your needs are important. And so when you go and ask if your friends or your loved ones or whatever, like what it is that you need, and that need could be space, it could be that you have a strong boundary around something, or you need some time and space away, or you just want more love or whatever it is for you. Um, it's just saying that you're worthy of those needs being met, and they are valid, and they're not stupid, and they're not insignificant. You are important, and you matter. And for you to realize that you are this Empress, and you have this manifestation power. You have this power of creation. You have this magnetic, attractive energy, this very beautiful energy. And I think this is just saying to believe in yourself more and to believe that you are this person, and whatever it is that you want and need, that you deserve to have that. And if that means love, or good friends, or a good work environment, or time for self-care, that's all the things that you do deserve. And to know that, we also have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, so this could be just a call for you to have stronger boundaries with people. Maybe a lot of your friends do want more of you than you are able to give right now, and it's just to be able to say like, hey, I can only give this much. So like that's like a strong boundary card. And then we also free yourself from your own limitations. So you have to check in with yourself and see, what are these limitations that you have? What are these limitations that are holding you back? Let's just see if we can get some guidance for you on that. What are Kaivana limitations that are holding them back right now? We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, we have all the aces out here. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. So you have a huge, huge new beginning here on the horizon that's brewing. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but there is a brand new cycle in all areas of your life, emotionally, physically, with regards to like excitement and passion, communication, new ideas, like all the things. You have like a brand new cycle coming up here. And maybe your limitations are kind of not allowing you to have this brand new cycle because you're afraid. You're afraid that maybe you'll fail, or you're not good enough, right? Or you're afraid that you won't be able to manifest this, or that you don't deserve these things. Um, or just somehow you won't have the drive and the motivation to continue through. Like maybe you have like a new healthcare program that you want to start, or exercise program, start eating healthier, start meditating more, have like a different kind of routine. Maybe you want to get into a new relationship, or you want to buy a house, or you want to find a new job, you want to move somewhere, whatever it is, like something new and exciting. And it's like you're holding yourself back because you're telling yourself false narratives, like false stories of what could go wrong. And that's just not true. So that's just something that is keeping you from being your best self, your own limitations basically. And that's just something that you need to um release. Yeah, you have a lot of fear that you're dealing with. So let's see what specific little practices you can do to become your best self. So we have write a letter to your future self. It can be about anything. So it can be like a fun little exercise that you do. We have exfoliate, shave, and moisturize your body. Okay, so get your body looking nice and clean and fresh. And get ready for the day just because. So maybe if you wake up in the morning, and something that will get you motivated to start these new projects and all these new things that you want to do is right when you wake up in the morning. Just get ready, even though you have no plans yet to go anywhere. Just go brush your teeth, brush your hair, wash your face, take a shower, whatever. Get ready, put on some nice clothes or comfy clothes, outdoor clothes, and now you're ready for the day. And if you do need to, if you do have like an inspiring idea of like, oh, I want to go to the coffee shop and, journal, or I want to go to the gym, or oh, I want to go outside, you're already ready to go, and you don't have to waste time in getting ready. You're just already like, and there's more of a chance that you will leave the house and do something productive because you're already ready. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets you the energy. Okay, so if those are just some ideas that you can do, and that is how you can become your best self, I really hope that that resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I wish you all the best. I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this purple aura quartz, this is going to be your reading about how can you become your best self. So what can you do to become your best, highest self, be the best version of you? You might be maybe going through like a tough time right now, a darker time where you're just trying to get yourself out of the rut and just become your best self and vibe high and elevate and shine and radiate. Or maybe you're just on this journey in general and you're already feeling good about yourself, but you're still just trying to keep going and keep moving up and just try to become more and more authentic. So we have our first oracle card here. We'll be pulling some more oracle cards and some tarot cards to see how you can become your best self. So our first card is rest and recharge. Take it easy today. Even in stillness, there is movement. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Let me pull all your other cards out. So what can pile 2 do in order to become the rat? Okay, so we have humor, that humor, as well as trust. We have health at the bottom. So definitely take care of your health. Focus on your health is a huge priority right now. So that could be like eating healthier, could be cutting out like alcohol, if that is something that you drink, and just like sugary drinks, cutting out sugar, high sodium foods, processed foods, fast food, all of that stuff. And just taking care of your physical body, maybe just going to the gym or starting to exercise in some way, going for a walk every morning, a jog, doing some stretches, yoga, whatever. We have surrender to spirit. Okay. Surrender to what is of the bottom. Trust. There's a lot of that inner kind of like trusting the unknown, being okay with uncertainty, I think would also help you align with your best self. What can pile with? It's not personal projection. I cannot emphasize many times others project their own pain onto you. The situation is not personal, but rather an opportunity for compassion for yourself and the other person involved. Stop taking the blame by automatically thinking it's your fault. Have discernment of what you own, but also what isn't your problem. Okay, so it's like just not taking other people's projections personally. However, people are, let's say, stressed, right? Like they're going through a lot themselves and they're really stressed, and then they yell at you because they're stressed. And then you take it personally and you're like, oh, this person doesn't like me, or there must be something wrong with me because you're yelling at me. It's like seeing it clearly and seeing that this person's obviously going through something, and their anger, whatever it is that they're mad at, they're just yelling at me and using me as a scapegoat. What this has nothing to do with me. It's their own problems that they're dealing with that they're now projecting outward onto other people. And that's always the case with people. And I think that's a really good thing to remember, especially when you're sensitive and extra emotional, or really going through like a dark period in your life. We tend to take things a lot more personal, and we're just a lot more sensitive. And so I think what would help you elevate and get out of that dark space that you might be in is to remember that people who are mean to you and who are blaming you for things and assuming things about you, or accusing you of things, or having their opinions on you, it has nothing to do with you. It's not personal. It all has to do with their own mindset, their own perception, their own beliefs, their own limitations, right? Their own limited beliefs and mindset, and their own pattern, their own trauma, their own pain, how they deal with problems. I'm not saying it never has to do with you, but most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time, how people talk to you and approach you, it all has to do with them. It comes from within, and then they just project it onto you. So just remember that, and that might help you stop, getting down about like how other people are treating you, and just to regain center and to reconnect with yourself and to know who you are. Okay. What does Tylex to do to become their best self? Okay, so we have stop playing small in order to make people feel comfortable, and then we have you deserve to be happy. Okay, and let's get some tarot cards out. Okay, what can Pile 2 do to become their best self? How can Pile 2 become their best self right now? We have the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Star. One more. How can Pile 2 become their best self? The Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords at the bottom, Death under that. But there's definitely like a transformation taking place here within you and in your life, something that you have to go through that might be really, really hard right now. So the universe is really asking you to just kind of rest and recharge, is in like just take some time to yourself, reflect, journal, meditate, process your own emotions and your own thoughts, whatever it is that you're dealing with, if it's pain or just discomfort, unease, worry, anxiety, whatever wounds that are coming up that you have to deal with, whatever situation or circumstance in your life that isn't going your way, just like processing that. So, whatever it is, I feel like it's causing you a lot of mental anguish, mental anxiety, and you are taking a lot of things personal. Maybe you're even projecting your stuff onto other people. I think that you're forgetting that you deserve to be happy. You're forgetting that happiness is your natural state because we have humor and you deserve to be happy. So you might especially be more of a lighthearted person or a person who is funny or who does play around a lot or who really enjoys humor and laughter and smiling. Like you're maybe just a naturally like a smiley person, you have a bubbly personality. And maybe you're losing touch with that person because you are so stressed and you have been overthinking something, taking things too personal, and maybe projecting your own stuff onto other people and not trusting in something. Like you're not trusting that something is going to happen or it's going to work out, and you're forgetting that happiness is your natural state. Joy is your natural state. That love, joy, vibration is your natural state. And you're getting out of touch with that because you're too much in your head, right? You're just overthinking something, having doubts and being really skeptical, a lot of anxiety, worry. And this is saying to become your best self, like this is a cycle that you need to end. This is a pattern that you need to bring to an end, to a close. And this could have something to do with a romantic relationship with the Two of Cups, something that is maybe getting to you mentally and making you worry, or something like that. This could be like a soulmate or a significant other, a partner, and it's a Two of Cups, so it's definitely romantic. It seems it doesn't have to be, I guess. um it doesn't have to be. It's just like an equal relationship where you expect reciprocity from this person. You expect that what you give, they're also going to give back. And this is some sort of a wish fulfillment for you, a wish come true. Maybe there's distance between you and this person, whether that's emotionally or physically or whatever. But yeah, it's just maybe this relationship came to an end, right? Maybe there was some fighting here and a conflict and an argument, and it came to an end, and now you're just living in a lot of anxiety and you're forgetting what it means to be happy. You're forgetting what, and you're taking it personally. Maybe this person did leave you and you're like, oh, it's because of me, like they're rejecting me, when really it's like just this person is just obviously doesn't see your worth or isn't ready for you or whatever their reason is. Like everybody has a reason, and you're not seeing that clearly. um Yeah, change your perspective and everything on the outside will change. I do think that you need a change in perspective, and you being inflexible with that, and you're not trying to see the other side of this. And you just need to get out of your head and get out of fear, because whatever it is that you're thinking, worst case scenarios are like that it is all about you. Like, it's not. We also have death here. So there's definitely an ending here and a transformation. I think this is your own transformation in order to have this happiness, this reconciliation, this reunion with the Ten of Pentacles as well. So I don't know, either this relationship, and it doesn't have to be like a relationship or a romantic thing. It could be just like you and another party, an external party. You know, it could be just about that's causing you conflict, and maybe it came to an end, or maybe your ego, like you're having like an ego death or something with the Ten of Swords, and because this has been causing a lot of anxiety, you're just overthinking something. Maybe there was a fight, but you're just like trying to come make this. It's so that you feel so defeated by this situation that you just are like, oh, I'm just gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna lay down and die. And I think it's at that point where you're like at that last stage where you just completely give up and you surrender. You're like, fuck this, I give up. Like, I don't even care anymore. I feel so defeated. I have been putting so much effort into this, or I have been investing so much of my time, or I've been giving so much, or I've been so patient. I've all, out of whatever, and then I've been trying so hard, I've been doing so good, and then this really, well, I give up. I give up. And it's like that giving up energy that truly allows you to surrender, ironically. And that's when things start to shift and change and transform. So I think it's like allowing yourself to just like surrender like that, right? Surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn a situation over to the divine, let spirit work its magic for you. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So it's trusting spirit and trusting that once there's nothing left for you to do about this situation, because it seems like there isn't, like you just feel defeated, you know your wish, you know what it is that you want. Maybe you're not exactly getting it, and you're just ready to give up. Maybe you need to just kind of give it up, because giving it up is actually letting it go. It's saying like, I don't need it anymore, I'm okay. And that is surrender, and that's how you manifest. And that's ironically how you get what you want, because you do get what you want here. We have this death, this releasing process, and then you have the Four of Wands, which is like coming together, a reunion, celebration, happy family. So yeah, that's there. So I think what you really have to do now is surrender to what is, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So there is definitely something about surrendering to what it is that you can't control and letting it go. And knowing that you do deserve to be happy. And maybe how to be your best self is incorporating more humor into your life and doing more things that make you happy. So watching things that are funny, hanging out with people that make you laugh. If you have some funny friends and you know that they're funny, just maybe call them or hang out with them and just have a good day of laughter and fun to remember what it means to live life and to feel happy. um, or just like watch funny movies or funny videos, whatever, something that brings you up, because I think laughing is going to really raise your vibration and it's going to allow you to get out of this mental stress that you're going through. And it's going to allow you to see things with from a more lighter side and not take things so personal, because you feel better about yourself. So naturally you're not as sensitive to other people's like criticism or whatever. And I think that will be really good for your health as well. And then overall is trusting whatever that means for you. It's just trusting that it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Trusting in your journey, trusting in this manifestation, trusting in whatever it is that you want to come to you will come to you. Trust that the universe is looking out for you, has your back. It's working behind the scenes to give you what you want, but what you want is sometimes not aligned with what you need, and sometimes what you want is not aligned with exactly the timing that you want it in. So you have to also trust that spirit ultimately knows best and knows when, how, and what, and you just need to trust that you're going to get what is in alignment with your highest good, okay, with your highest self. So all you need to do is focus on becoming your highest self, and then all the other things that you want to happen will just happen naturally. Yeah, so that is basically your main message. There's also this energy about healing. So with the star card coming out, there's something that you need to heal. Let me just clarify the star and the ten of cups. So how can pile 2 become their best self? Can you clarify the star? So we have the 8 of wands. In this deck, in this cat deck, it definitely reminds me, the 8 of wands reminds me a lot of the star card. Because this little cat is looking up at the night sky, the stars, and like making a wish, it looks like, and then the arrows or the wands are like going towards it, like kind of saying like, yeah, we're going there, we're manifesting that for you. So I think that there's something here that you want, like a goal that you've been working on with the Knight of Pentacles that you've been putting a lot of effort into. And this is saying that have hope and faith in this dream. Like this dream will come true. This could be a project, a new skill that you're learning, a goal that you have, a health goal, something like that, a relationship goal, home, living, career, anything like that that is taking a little bit of time and it's moving a little slowly. It is going to pick up. I think it's going to pick up and move a little, like move quicker with the 8 of wands here. This is a quick moving energy. And this is also a yes card, like yes, positive, good news coming in. And it's also the star card is the wish fulfillment. So like you are going to have this wish granted to you. So it's coming. Surrender to spirit, trust that it's coming. That's what you need to know. Let me just see if there's any other messages. Like, what do you need to do to become your highest self or your best self? What else is pile 2 need to know about becoming their best self? How can they become their best self? The Hierophant, Queen of Swords, the Empress. I think that maybe standing up to some authority figure could be something that you need to do. It's to speak your truth and be really direct towards like a boss or somebody in power. Maybe it could be like a teacher, an educator, in school, someone, or at your workplace, or even just in the government, or just in your life. Like it is a masculine figure, somebody who has like higher knowledge and a lot of experience and wisdom. I don't know, maybe like communicating with them clearly about something. This is Taurus energy. This could just be a Taurus in your life or somebody who has strong Taurus energy, and communicating with them clearly about your wants and needs and boundaries, speaking your boundaries as well, in order to resolve this conflict with this person. So there could have been conflict with this person or this institution. This could also be an institution. And you just need to speak clearly so that this conflict is removed. So that's how you can become your best self, is by standing in your power with the Queen of Swords, standing in your power, knowing your worth, being direct and straightforward, coming from a place of logic and not emotion, confidence, and just being very being able to see the higher perspective, being able to see even both sides of the argument in order to solve this argument, whereas maybe this other person's a little bit more stubborn and they can't. Yeah, so this seems like a personal thing that you're going through, something with like another person that's maybe preventing you from becoming your best self. And in order to become your best self, you need to, or like maybe this situation or this person is impacting your health and your mental health, and in order to become better, like feel better about yourself, you need to change your mindset about this situation, about this person, and communicate a little bit, change your communication as well. Change your mindset and your communication with this person in order to have more peace in your own life. Whether that means like cutting them out, that's up to you. It's going to be different for all of you. Or whether that like maybe this person isn't toxic for you, but you're causing a lot of problems in your own head because of your own overthinking and assuming things, and cutting that out. And that would help you become your best self. Okay, so let's just pull from this self care oracle deck some specific practices that you can do to take care of yourself, to become your higher self. So, what are some things that files you can do specifically for self care, like some self care practices in order to become your best self? Okay, we have create a bucket list. And that's funny because the star card is here, which is all about making a wish and, having your dreams come true. So maybe writing down all of your dreams and goals and what it is that you want to have and manifest and create, and getting into that vibration of like, the excitement of what would, like, how you would feel if you would have those things, and just dreaming away. Like the star card is about dreaming, all those things that you want to accomplish in this life, before you die, all the places you want to see, all the person you want to be, like however, that resonates for you. Okay, then we have surround yourself with three of your favorite things. So, yeah, this is a way for you to be happy. This is a way for you to raise your vibration and to feel that happiness again, and that joy and that humor, is to surround yourself with three things that make you happy. So, if that's your dog, is one of them, and sunshine is another one, and um, a coffee. Well, that's what you need to do. Just tune in with yourself. Okay. And finally, we have do some skincare, exfoliate, mask, face roller, etc. So take care of your skin. If you have a skincare routine, then maybe focus a little bit more on your face. Maybe that came out because some of you are maybe breaking out a little bit more, or just noticing just some imperfections in your face that you're like, all right, I need to focus more on my diet so that my face can heal. Maybe I'm breaking out a little bit more because I've been eating a lot of junk food or sugar or dairy or whatever it is that makes you break out. And then just maybe paying attention to that and just taking care of your skin more. And that would help you feel more confident and be your best self. So that is what I have for you, pile two, and how to become your best self right now. I really hope that that was helpful and it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, pile three. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this blue lace agate, this is going to be a reading. And today we are doing a reading on how can you be your best self. So what can you do to become the best version of you, your best, highest self? Whether that's like you're in a dark place right now and you're really struggling and you're just trying to get out of your rut and just come and be that person that you can be, or you're just trying to improve and you're on this personal growth journey and you're just trying to become the best version of you and you just want some guidance, like whatever it is, I really hope that this reading helps you and gives you some ways that you can become your best self. So we have our first oracle card here, and then we'll be pulling some more oracle cards and tarot cards to see how you can be your best self. So we have surrender. What you can't control is teaching you how to let go. So I think that surrender is such a beautiful spiritual lesson and practice to learn in this lifetime. Like I think if there's like one main thing that we all should focus on learning, it would be surrender. I personally am on this journey of learning how to surrender. That's like I'm going to get it tattooed on my arm because that's how pivotal it has been in my life. Whenever I I don't get what I want, or I'm trying to manifest something, or I'm really, really stressed about something and I'm trying so hard to control it, right? Because my ego is like, I want this and I want it now, or I want it at this time, I want it with this person, I want it in this way. And you start to control it and you're like, this is how I want my future to be, this is how I want this situation to unfold. And if it doesn't, like, and then you start having fears that, like, well, maybe it's not going to unfold like this. What if it doesn't happen like this? Oh my God, I'm going to be doomed and this is going to happen. And then it's just this very anxious cycle. It's this anxiety ridden cycle that you go down on when you try to have this kind of control over situations in your life that you actually don't have control over. And then what I do in that moment is I surrender. I say, you know what? I genuinely have no control over this. Like, and these are big things in life. Like small things, of course, those are easier. But big things in life where you're like really, really wanting something so badly to a point where now there's just obstacles and blocks in your way to getting there. And you're like, okay, got it. I'm controlling too much. I'm too much in this like masculine energy trying to force things to happen. I need to surrender. I need to just let it go and I trust you, universe, and let it allow the way that it needs to happen. Just allow that and you surrender. You surrender by accepting that, or accepting the alternative. So like accepting that you might not have this thing. So whatever it is, that this is just what I have found to be the easiest way to surrender. It's like accepting that this thing that I want, I might not get, and that's okay. So accepting the reality that you will live without this thing. Now, I know that's hard to do, is something that you want, is you genuinely need, right? But if you can just get into that energy of being okay without it and truly letting it go and being like, you know what, I don't need it anymore. I'll be okay. I trust that the universe has something better planned for me. I'm totally fine. That's you getting you into that energy of like truly letting go and surrendering. That's when you actually get what you want. So I think for you, part of your journey into becoming your highest best self is learning more how to let go of things and through surrender, and learning that practice, like truly. And in those moments that you can't get what you want and you want to control it, and it hurts almost to want to control it. It hurts because you can't get what you want. You're not getting it. Now you're creating so much resistance, and now there's so much heaviness to this thing that the ultimate freedom, the ultimate peace is just letting it go and being like, I just don't care. I just don't care anymore. I give up. Kind of like that energy. Like, I give up. I'm defeated. I surrender. Fine. Have your way with me. I'll be your bitch, universe. And then surprisingly, you actually get what you want or something aligned with that. All right. So let's define pile 3. What can I do to become their best self? What can pile 3 do? How can pile 3 become their best self? Okay, so we have childhood wound. What can pile 1 do to become their best self? Well, I'm not taking it. I just want one card. But we have surrender to what is and surrender to play. So having more fun in life. And then, yeah, surrendering to what is, accepting what is, and not trying to make it indifferent. How can pile 3 become their best self? What do they need to surrender specifically? Probably gosh. Okay, so I apparently surrender to play really wants to come out because now this is the second time that it's here. And then we have surrender to the wisdom of your body and then surrender to inner peace. We'll just leave that off to the side, see how it plays into the reading. I just wanted one card. So this so far has come out for all the piles. Pile 1 for sure is at the bottom of the deck. Pile 2 was under the bottom deck. I didn't mention it, but I saw it, and now it's here for your bottom. So surrender to receiving support and love. I think just like kind of everyone needs to hear that is, in order to become your highest selves, just understand that you don't have to do it alone, and maybe you can't do it alone. Maybe it's it would make it a lot easier to become the best version of you by having loving, supporting people around you in your life who are like rooting you on and helping you become your best self, and not just you having to do it all on your own. Okay, how can pile free become their best self? Discipline. How can pile free become their best self? All right, well, free wanted to come out and we'll take them. So we have fill the emptiness with your own self love. Cut out toxic people from your life. And your happiness depends on how you choose to look at things. This is from my self empowerment oracle deck if you guys are interested in purchasing that. Okay, so then let's pull some tarot cards. So, what can pile free do to become their highest self, for their best self? We have the Two of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, maybe get grounded. It's like connect with earth, connect with nature. And we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Swords at the bottom. Okay. So, okay, I feel like you've been focusing a lot on work. You've been working a lot. There's a lot of work energy coming through. Obviously, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. You've been working really hard on making money and establishing yourself in your career, or maybe even stabilizing your home life, or just excelling in your career, expanding, getting to that next level, maybe having your own business, building your own empire, being in a leadership position, overlooking people, building a legacy, just something to do with your physical, like financial situation or home life. It could even be health, your physical health, something like that. I feel like you have been working on, and how you can be your best self. So this could have to do with work, how maybe a part of becoming your best self is to really put your focus on this goal that you have in your mind that you want to accomplish within your career or your home life or your finances or your health, and to really be disciplined in this. Okay, because we have discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So in order to be your best self, it's just like to really set your goal. And I think that this goal that you have, or like whatever it is, has to align with your heart and your emotions. Like it has to make you happy with the Knight of Cups. So it has to, like, you're not going to be able to move forward and accomplish this thing if it's not coming, if you're not also happy and excited about it. And if it's just like boring, it's just gonna be hard for you to stay disciplined and to keep completing these tasks if it's just practical, from a practical place, because we have surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So there's two messages here with that. I think that incorporating more play into your work and your work life situation or your home life situation or whatever this is for you, like whatever that goal is for you, incorporating more fun and play into it so that you stay on the goal and you actually are able to accomplish it and master it, and stay disciplined with it. But I think like discipline, structure, routine around this goal is going to be very important to become your best self. Because part of your best self, the best version of you, is this person who has this like I don't think you can be your best self unless you have physical, financial, um home, life type of stability in your life or success. Like if you don't feel good within your body, like if your health is suffering or if you feel unattractive, you're not going to be able to be your best self. If you don't aren't making enough money and aren't able to pay your bills or aren't getting along with people at work, you're not going to be able to be your best self. If your home life is stressful and there's no stability and it's chaos, you're not going to be able to be your best self. So there's something here with your physical life that if you're not getting that situated, you're not going to be able to get to that next step. So I would say like meeting your basic needs right now, it would be the first priority in becoming in that ladder to becoming your best self, is to make sure your basic needs are met, your financial needs and all of that, your physical life. This would also be your root chakra, your first chakra. So like making sure that that is nice and balanced. Um, so that you can now move into more fun and play, because it doesn't end there. So in order to become your best self, like yes, you need to establish this. And maybe you already have that. Maybe that's why it's coming through, is like you have it going on in your career. Whole life is good. You're busy, you're keeping busy. Um and you have to incorporate more love and play into your life now. You need that work life balance. That's another thing that's coming out, is maybe go on dates, right? Live the Knight of Cups. Maybe you need to go on more dates or have more love in your life, or play more, have more fun, and fill the emptiness with your own self love. So maybe you feel empty a little bit. There's like a void that you're trying to fill with work and status, and measuring your level of self worth by how much money you have or what your status or role is in your job, and really reflecting on that and seeing that um your level of worth is not measured by your career or your status or your role or your position or whatever. It's what you give to yourself, like how worthy you think you are is how worthy you are. And so just like loving yourself more through this process, instead of trying to distract yourself so much with work, maybe tune into yourself and see what this void is that is keeping you from truly fully accepting and loving yourself. Because we also have childhood wound retrieved. So your inner child is looking to heal so you can move on by understanding the situation in a new light. Going within to heal requires self love and compassion. Gaining perspective through energy work or therapy can be very helpful to access tools to empower your inner child. Yeah, so I feel like that's also why your base chakra, I think, needs to be taken care of, because you can't really focus on your like childhood healing, inner child healing, if you can't pay your bills. Like obviously that's going to be your first priority. So if that's not taken care of, like that needs to be first on your goals and priority list. But once it's taken care of, you need to, like, you're good now, like you're stable, your physical life is good. Now you have the space to work on your inner self, right? You've got your external self figured out. How do we go within? And so this is asking for you to address some childhood wound that you have that you need to heal. And it has to do with maybe like you not feeling like you having like a lack of self-love or self-acceptance. Maybe not feeling like it's okay to be childlike or to play, or like I was saying, like getting your worth or like how like your value in society through physical things and like how you look and what you do instead of who you are as a person, and like why that is an attachment that you have to that. Let's just pull a card to see what is this, what specifically. I feel like it'll be different for all of you. There is grief here at the bottom. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So, and the envy, yeah, I feel like envy did want to come out because it kind of flipped out. I know I'm kind of jumping now, but one of the other ways to become your best self is to stop being jealous and envious of other people and what they have, and wishing that you have that and not thinking that like you can have it or that you're good enough, because it seems like you're pretty abundant and pretty successful and pretty good at making money or manifesting things, right, in the physical world. But I feel like maybe your driving force is like seeing what other people have and like how they have more than you, and then you're like, oh well, I want to be better than them or I want to be like them. And it's like what you have is never enough then, because you always are looking to the other person that has a better body or better this, better that, and then you're never actually happy with what you have created for yourself. And that is a road down to hell. Like that's not going to go anywhere. So you need to stop just like being envious of other people and just see yourself for who you are and see how amazing that you are and just appreciate that and know that you are great the way that you are. And then we also have grief, which there might be something here they have to grieve from childhood. Like there has to be maybe like an emotional release that is coming up through this journey for you, that's not allowing you to be your best self. So there's a childhood wound that is blocking you from becoming the best version of you. And then we also, when you get triggered, see what you need to heal within yourself. So, and how many times, look, you have to face some sort of pain. That's like so clear. Your pain is your teacher. Do not run from it. So you're getting the Shaw message here to not avoid facing this fear or this pain and to face it once and for all. And the way that you'll know what this pain is whenever you get triggered. So if you get triggered by jealousy of other people or whatever, your partner even, that is now that's something you can go into like, oh, okay, jealous. Why did I just get jealous? And then you dig deeper. And obviously, there's a lot of resources. Like, all you have to do is search on YouTube and say, why am I jealous? And then there's a whole bunch of amazing, intelligent people, psychologists, who will tell you what the root cause of it is, you know. And you'll be like, oh, that one's that one, you know, like they'll have probably money there for a reason. Um, so whatever it is that triggers you, you have to see, you have to dig deeper into that area. So that will be a great pointer into what you have to heal into this childhood wound. Um, and we also have heart opening. Listen at the bottom. Opening your heart center and listening to your intuition will always lead you in the right direction. You now have the opportunity to let down the walls you created from past wounds. Let your light shine from your heart to experience what the universe had always wanted for you. So maybe it's a heart block. Maybe you have a wound around opening your heart or being emotionally vulnerable or available or expressive or open to love or to people, to connecting with people, to intimacy, to personal relationships, because you have been hurt in the past, you have been rejected in the past, you've been abandoned, maybe by your parents, maybe by an ex, whatever, and now you just don't feel safe to open your heart, and to be in your feels, to be vulnerable, and that is blocking you from becoming your best self. Because how can you be your best self if you're not in a vibration of love, right? To be in a vibration of love, you have to open your heart. So I think that could be it. But let's just pull some cards to see if there's anything else the universe wants us to know about this childhood wound of yours. Definitely something to do with like healing, something that you have to heal with the star coming out. Um, and then we also had humanitarian at the bottom, service, and the star card is Aquarius energy, and that is the humanitarian. So maybe there's something big that you want to do in this world. Like you want to be a humanitarian, you want to help the world in some way. You have big dreams and plans, because then we also have the Two of Wands. You have like big dreams and big goals and plans for your life, for the future, for the world, for other people. And you want to take action on this. Yeah, you want to take action on this, but there's some stagnancy here in moving forward. So the childhood wound could be related to, you know, whatever it is that's holding you back from actually taking action on this project or this goal or this. And I think this goal is like kind of bigger than you know, like it's altruistic. We also have the Lovers, so it might be like part of your life purpose, your divine path. It could be having something to do with love or a relationship, a childhood wound around a lover, a soulmate, something that's being triggered within that dynamic. It could be a sibling as well that could be triggering something. And I just see you having to heal this, and that you're a little stuck, like you're not able to move forward. Okay, so that's what we got for that. But um oh, we also have cut out toxic people from your life. And your happiness depends on how you choose to look at things. So I think, first of all, perspective is a huge thing for you. Like, I think, I think surrendering, I think surrendering will be easier if you can, because like I think surrender is a big part of this whole journey for you. Because like you do have a lot of goals and things that you want to accomplish, and like the person you want to be like, I don't know, I just feel like you have this big dream of who you want to be, not just some mediocre person, but you want to be your best highest self. Like this is a dream come true, like you have big ambitions. And I think surrender will be a really good, an easy way to get there because you're not controlling everything. Because like you do have, you want so many things and you want big things to where now control comes in. Like, okay, well, I need to have this, and you attach this need to it, that you need this in order to feel worthy or in order to, this is going to make me happy. And knowing in those moments that your happiness is not dependent on the things that you have or the things that you accomplish or even like who you are right now, even if you're not the ideal person that you want to be, it's really a matter of perspective. And if you're able to see your situation from a different perspective, then you're able to also be happy. But also with surrender, if you're able to change your perspective, it's going to be a lot easier to surrender. So, like I was saying in the beginning, if you look at this as like, okay, well, I don't need it. This is something I would like. I don't need it. And actually let me just surrender to the reality that I'll never have this. Obviously, I want it. I'm telling the universe I want it. I'm going to keep working towards it, but I don't care anymore. I don't need it. And just genuinely and truly releasing it. That's like that new perspective, and it's going to allow you to be a lot happier because you're not in this like controlling energy, this manipulating energy. You're letting life sort of figure out how you're going to get there. And life is always going to give you the easiest, best way to get there, the path of least resistance. When you surrender, you're taking the path of least resistance. It might be harder. I'm not saying it's easier. It's just less resistance. It's going to be more smooth. It's going to flow more, but it might be harder because you have to face a lot more fears and you have to get over a lot of your childhood wounds, which is part of the journey anyway. And another thing here is you have to cut out toxic people from your life. So, how to become your best self? You can start with literally cutting out those people who are not serving you. So, people who are not reciprocating their love for you, like if you're constantly the only one giving in a relationship and they're not giving back to you and they never do, like this is not a thing. Okay, maybe if you don't feel 100% fulfilled in these relationships, you need to cut it out. Someone's abusing you mentally, mentally, emotionally, whatever, physically abusing you, obviously cut them out. um People who are taking you for granted, taking advantage of you, not appreciating you, not seeing you for who you are, not trying to understand you, not respecting your boundaries, degrading you. I mean, fill in the blanks, okay? People who are shitty, people who are negative, people who bring you down, who drain your energy, whether they're doing it on purpose or not. Just don't surround yourself with people like that. That's bringing you down. It's not allow you to be your best self. So clean out your closet when it comes to the people in your life. Let them go. And even if you have to be alone for a while and grieve these relationships, right? Because grief is here. Grieve these relationships. New supportive and loving relationships will come in now that you're in this better, higher vibration and you have the space for them. Until then, fill the emptiness with your own self love. Try to love yourself, hang out with yourself, enjoy your own company, and that is going to, and do more things that like are more playful and fun, and then maybe you'll attract your tribe, like your soul tribe. So surrender to receiving support and love. Yeah, I feel like you will receive support and love once you cut out these negative people and you open your heart more as you heal this wound. It's all like it happens simultaneously. Like once you change one thing, everything else starts to shift and change for the better, and that's how you eventually become your highest self. Okay, so let's just pull some final cards from this beautiful self-care oracle deck that my friend made. If you guys want to purchase it, I'll leave the link to that below. These are actual practices that you can do. So what can pile three do as a self-care practice to become your best self? So we have spend some quality time with your favorite person or people. Okay, there you go. So This is like cutting out the toxic people and then really spending extra time with the people that are actually good for you. Do you actually love you and appreciate them? Put on some lingerie and admire your beautiful body. Just some self-love right there. So this could be like a self-love exercise. And then smoke some weed or CBD. All right, then. That's only if you are into doing that. And then we have pour yourself a drink, wine, beer, cacio, and mocktail. Okay, so this is the group where we're into drugs and alcohol because these two cards randomly came out for you. I do see you being a little bit more um, like into luxury, and this is a lot of Taurus energy, Virgo, Capricorn, earthly things, physical pleasures, the pleasures of the flesh. So like obviously don't do it to escape from reality and to numb some sort of pain. But if it means that you're gonna have a little bit more fun and you can just let loose a little from a hard day's work to just like have one drink or smoke a little weed or whatever, and that's going to allow you to do that, then do it. Obviously, check in with yourself and don't get like attached to that or dependent on that or addicted to it. Use it as a gateway and like a helper, but not as a necessity, I guess. I don't know. I don't drink or smoke, so like I this doesn't resonate with me specifically, but I'm sure this will resonate with you, or some of you. And drink responsibly and smoke responsibly. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile three. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, I'd love to know in the comments below. Please also like this video and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see my next video. Bye.